My monster-in-laws offered to pay off all of my husband's debt on one condition. He divorced me. He doesn't know that I know this. And at first I was like, maybe he should do this. Like, he has a lot of debt from college, like a lot of Americans do. But it's actually very clear that she has ulterior motives. You see, my husband was a sperm donor in his early 20s to help pay for his tuition, okay? He asked for no contact, right? Something that he did. And let's just say his mother decided that it would be a great idea for her to do ancestry. And apparently she got in contact with a few of them. Now, she actually kept this to herself for quite some time until she had the audacity to actually ask my husband if he wanted to come meet his daughter, the 5-year-old little girl. And the funny thing is not just the 5-year-old little girl, her mother too, who apparently was actually infatuated with him because she had always wondered, who the donor was, obviously, which I fear is pretty normal. But I guess his mom had been sending photos and, baby pictures of him and basically just giving a whole entire illusion of who the child's father was. Now, obviously, my husband's like, you're actually insane. Like, you're insane. Why are you contacting these families? Like, this is out of control. Constantly stays on her ass about like having a grandchild. It's like the most important thing to her right now. He hasn't given her one, so she couldn't help herself when she saw them on Ancestry. It's not like she went looking for them. They were just there. She's been mad since she found out that he even did this because they had a falling out whenever he was in college and they weren't talking, which is why he needed money even to get tuition at that point because they didn't agree with what he was going to school for, even though it's prestigious, but it just wasn't the line that their families took, okay? Apparently he chose the wrong career and the wrong woman to her. Reference, we've been married for 5 years and she still constantly spells my name wrong, says it wrong. Like, she's intentional about it. She has an idea of a particular woman for her son and it wasn't me, I guess. I don't come from money, I don't have like a big family name. I'm not someone you could run in the paper and I guess they would be like, oh, I can't believe he married a whatever. That's just not me. That doesn't mean I come from something bad. It's just like nothing prestigious, okay? And that's okay with me. Not okay with her. Obviously, yesterday was Valentine's Day. We had us a little time, okay? We had a reservation at a really nice French restaurant. Came home, popped a couple spicy cubes, We were having a time for a few hours. And men always just like fall asleep right afterwards. I don't know. But me, I'm alert. I'm awake, okay? And I notice his phone just keeps going off. Mind you, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, like 1:45-ish. And I'm like, that's weird. Now, I'm not one to go through your phone, okay? It's just not my thing. But this man's over here snoring. It's going off. And I'm like, it's spiking my attention. It rings. And I'm like, maybe it's an emergency. He's still snoring. I get up. It's a private caller. And they're just breathing in the phone heavily after I say hello. So I go back through, look at who was texting. And it's interesting because let's just call her B. It's the donor mom. Yeah. Not only does she tell him Happy Valentine's Day, there's a whole text thread that goes over a week. He only responded to like 3 things, basically. She texted him, you up, which is notorious booty call language. It's clearly that was her calling, which I find strange. And the texts don't really make a ton of sense, almost as if something has been deleted. Maybe, I don't know. She basically began texting him, he asked who it was. She tells him that she really wants him to meet up with her. She wants to meet him and for him to meet the child. He asks if he would like to see a photo. He says yes, he would like to see a photo. I understand the curiosity. I do get that. Just weird to me that he's not told me about any of this at all. She does tell him that, she's fantasized about him and them actually having a real life together. And it's so crazy that his mom got into contact. Like, she couldn't believe it, that like the stars are aligning in this way. He tells her he's married and he thinks it's inappropriate. And then some of the text messages start to not make any sense, right? She basically says something along the lines of, I understand I'm here in case you change your mind. And then the next day she's like, have you gotten back from lunch yet? Like, I don't know. Maybe she's been calling, all right? I don't know. Like, part of me wants to go further into his phone, but then part of me is like, I don't want to be that person. Like, I want to like confront him and say something because I haven't said anything yet. I don't want him to know that I went through his phone. I also obviously went into his mother's text messages real quick because she is the culprit and saw that she had offered him a deal apparently and that he should really think about her offer and that they would also pay for the divorce, of course. So clearly, I took context clues, okay? They're willing to pay off all his debt if he divorces me, and clearly they're pushing this like family onto him. It's weird that he hasn't told me. I'm like, is he thinking about it? Like, is he thinking about this? Part of me wants to go in there and get his iPad and just go through the whole entire thing, but I really want to trust my husband and just have him tell me himself. At the same time, I don't want to be an idiot. So what should I do? Someone's going to cheat. They're going to cheat regardless of what you look at, what you say, or what you do. So I'm like, should I just see what this man does? But am I an idiot if I do that? Am I an idiot? Should I just say something? I don't know. Like, I'm gaslighting myself at this point.